Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. Pennsylvania Game Commission reminding you, little animals are everywhere. Leave them alone, especially the deer. Make sure that you don't touch anything like a raccoon or whatever, even if it looks cute and cuddly. Leave wildlife alone. We're going to take you to the newest state park, Vosburg Neck State Park in Wyoming County. In fact, it's the only state park in Wyoming County. Now, Nick Solzer is the manager, John Schultz is the maintenance supervisor, and they were more than happy to show off the newest park.
Vosburg Neck State Park is one of the most recent state parks added to the Commonwealth. It was purchased this last year, 2022, from North Branch Land Trust. We were added as a part of 3 state parks, along with Big Elk and Susquehanna Riverlands, as your 122, 123, and 124 state parks in the system. So,
where physically is it? And this is the first one in this county, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're located in Wyoming County, just outside Tunkhannock. It is the first state park. Prior to us being here, there was no state or county park. So this is a big deal for the community. There's a lot of people in the surrounding area that are very excited to have this outdoor recreational space. Currently, the property is 667 acres. We're very early on in our development process as a state park. Really did a great job, North Branch and the Friends of Howland Preserve, in shaping it as a park. They did about 8 miles of trails. They kind of laid out the framework for a trail system here. And other than that, there's not much here. It's like I said, very early on in our development. There's a few buildings here. The barn behind me is used by the Friends Group as an event space. They'll do some weddings, family reunions, sort of thing out of that.
So this is a pretty cool facility.
Yes.
And they're going to continue to rent it out to raise money for the Friends?
Yeah, so the money they raise will go back into the park.
Awesome. That's a win-win.
Yeah, partnerships with Friends Group are amazing in state parks. You know, we only have so many staff, so many hours in a day to get things done. Volunteers are usually what help maintain the park to that extra level of extraordinary. You know, they do a lot of trail work, a lot of little things that my maintenance staff aren't able to get to.
And you want to know something? I learned that when Prompton State Park became a state park, and they had a group, Friends of Prompton. They put bike trails and hiking trails. They were so active, they actually did events out of that state park and then gave the money or rolled it back in. So I've seen that happen before. So are you excited about this? I mean, you're on the ground floor of a state park, right? I mean,
yeah, it's an honor to be in this position. Yeah. You know, we do so much in parks to maintain, but you never really get to see one built from the ground up.
Sure.
And, like I said, the Friends Group did a great job in starting some of the infrastructure here, but you know, I came into this position without a trash bag or a hammer to swing, and you don't realize how much you take for granted moving from park to park, that you have that stuff available to you. So sure. It's been a lot of time and effort of, you know, finding what we need to purchase to maintain our daily operations, and then, you know, work through all our procurement guidelines to actually purchase that. So that's been a lot of what we've been doing this last winter into this spring, is trying to get our operation up and running off of pretty much nothing. So, and then we also down the road here, we have a hand launch boat launch for canoes, kayaks.
So this sits right on the Susquehanna River.
Yeah, we have about 2 miles of the Susquehanna River. The entire Susquehanna River is about 444 miles. We're right about smack dab in the middle. Our sign is River Mile 223, so we're really close to the middle of the Susquehanna.
And if you are a river fisherman in Northeast Pennsylvania, you've always wanted to fish this part of the river.
Yeah, this section is very special. I've been out this spring and I've been doing very well on the smallmouth bass. A really good section of the river to fish. You know, we would hope with our development to maintain access to the river and hopefully even improve it to allow for some motorized access.
Isn't this gorgeous? Look at the size of that tree. Look at the
Friends Group called this the mother tree.
That is the mother tree.
And
it's definitely the mother of all trees.
It was about 2 times the size. You'll see over the edge here, there's a quite sizable branch that fell off of it.
This is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's peaceful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Over here is where the eagle's nest is too, so.
This story is going to air on Memorial Day weekend. Is there picnicking facilities? Will there be? What can people expect right now today?
So, like I said before, we are very early on in development. We're gearing up as a staff. I'm working right now on hiring all my staff, getting all the equipment, the tools that we'll need to operate on a daily basis. What's here currently, there's a few picnic tables here. Down by the boat launch, there's some benches and a picnic table down there that you can definitely utilize. We have some porta potties for restroom facilities, but we are very limited in actual facilities here on property at this point. So our property goes right up into Camp Lackawanna as a camp run by the Presbyterian Church. But from the section where you come in and you see the sign down to their property start, pretty much both sides of the road is our property.
Hunting?
Yes, hunting, fishing opportunities. It's a day use park, so your hunting, fishing opportunities, your kayaking, canoeing on the river, picnicking, hiking, that sort of activities.
So when you keep saying the friends, is there information about them on the website, and is there information about this park already on the website?
Yeah, so DCNR website does have this park up and listed. There's some information about our park. You can find the map that the Friends created. The Friends of Howland Preserve is the name that the Friends were before the state park was purchased. They are working on changing their name, but you can also, they have a website as well that you can find information on the park and the trail map there as well.
You know, a park like that is priceless. It's on basically a dead end. There's only the Lackawanna camp at the end of the road. You've got to talk about a pristine section of the river and that whole mountain and trail. I'm so happy it is now a state park. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.